I loves me some 1 degree of Chunky B.
Now, I just have to make a comment about Chunky B. Have you ever seen him looking so good?
The panel then includes actress Lady Kazan, comedian Chunky B, and Playboy TV host Julie Strain. Chunky?
What was the question? You guys, it's a lucky day. Come on in the garage. Come on in. Just settle down. Call your friends. Get on the interweb and get your shit together because we've got... He's back. Josh Robert Thompson is back in the Garage of Love. You know him from Geoff Peterson, and you're going to know him now because he's a springboard into the rest of your future, and he's going to make you laugh. He's going to make you smile, and say hello to him right now.
Hey everybody, how you doing? I was a robot, a skeleton, and it was me. God damn it! That's what I do now.
Hey, Josh, real quick.
That's not true. How are you?
Real quick, say hello to the executive producer of Love from 1 Degree of Chunky B. Give it up for Gary Adler.
Gary.
Yes, there I am.
EP of Love.
I'm working the controls.
Your technical director.
I am this. I'm the wizard
You
of
are
the
the
knobs.
What are you doing? Is this nipples? What are you doing?
That's
there?
the wizard of the knobs. And paying homage to our producer.
Yeah.
I'm really psyched we got Josh Robert Thompson back. And let's tell the fans at home about our sponsors and where they can find us, please.
Check this out. Okay, first of all, you just go to chunkyb.tv. You go there, and as you go there, you go to this thing right here. Oh, shit. It's called Venice Duck.
No, it's not a twist off.
Oh, Jesus.
You got all right. It is not a twist off, but don't let that deter you.
We've
from
never
drinking.
edited until now.
I know. Check it out, guys. Thanks for your undivided attention. Josh Robert is in the Garage of Love. We got Gary Adler, and I tell you what, we just decided to come together last night. And you stepped up to the table.
Well, because I have nothing else going on. I was like, I'm not really doing a show. I got nothing going on in my life. Why not come down and enjoy some Lucky Duck agave blonde ale?
Well, I want to thank the guests for getting around to it.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to show that I could be a host too, CBS. I'm just trying to let you guys know.
Yeah,
you
right.
could have called me.
Hey, what's happening, bro? Just bust it down.
You want me to bust it down?
Just bust it down.
What do you want me to tell you?
Tell us what's happened since the last time you left. Don't leave anything
Other
out.
than the
Go.
no severance pay? I'm fine. Come on. Okay. No, I don't know what's going on. It's been very quiet. There are a lot of guest hosts right now.
Who are they?
One of them I know is Drew Carey.
Okay.
And we're friends, and we both grew up in Cleveland. We both grew up in Parma. So Drew asked me, this is kind of cool, he asked me if I wanted to do stand-up and panel on the Late Late Show that he would be hosting. I said yes. So we taped that January 15th.
Awesome.
For air in March.
Now, let's talk about that last day.
Let's talk about it.
You, one, I love the fact that your mom was in the audience.
Yeah.
And she didn't get tickets for the last show.
No, she didn't. Well, that was the running gag that, Michael Natus, the producer of our show, was a racist. That was our continuing gag on the show. And so, Craig surprised me and brought me out during one of the cold opens, second to last show, and introduced me as the voice of Geoff Peterson. And it was very emotional. I got a standing ovation from everybody.
Yeah,
and my mother was there. The second show, my father was there.
Can we say real quick, I didn't mean to cut you off, but Gary and I watched it. Your mom's a MILF.
Yeah,
hey,
I was waiting.
High,
I was
no
waiting,
shit.
man. Here's the problem. I was all excited, like, hey, guys, the big reveal. Nobody cared about that. They're like, that's great. You're Geoff Peterson. Great. Yeah. Your mom is smoking hot, Josh.
In fact, that's why you're here tonight. We want to see if we can get her number.
God, it's like I'm in high school again.
Get her guest on the guest.
It's like I'm in junior. My buddy from junior high, Matt Lodi, back in Cleveland, he texted me and said, just like junior high again, everybody wants to bang your mom.
Yeah. Your mom, is it weird that your mom gave America a boner?
Yeah, it is weird. But
Are you
now,
okay with that?
like Milton Berle, I bring her to every show now. And my dad was also there for the second show, for the last show.
I did not know that.
They've been divorced for 10 years, haven't spoken to each other or seen each other for 10 years. In the middle of the last show, I've got to orchestrate. My dad's in the green room. My mom's coming off of the first show, needs to get her cell phone, which, as you know, the audience coordinators keep in a little basket in the green room. I say, Mom, why don't you hold on? Let me go get it. And Dad says, is your mother out there? Maybe I should speak. So now I'm facilitating my parents reuniting and talking after 10 years.
And the last day of a beautiful run.
And last day of the show, I got to be funny. John Henson walks up to me, the amazing John Henson, and says, you know, I want to talk to you about your talent. And I'm like, yeah, my mom and dad, you're a great guy. I got to go, bop. So that's how the last day was. But you know what? All of the outpouring of love on Facebook was just shocking to me. I was like, where were you people for the last 5 years? But so emotional, so many great memories, so many people that their lives have been changed, you know, whether they're having a shitty day or they lost their job or, you know, someone died in their family. They said that our show made a difference for them night after night. It meant a lot to me.
And I enjoyed seeing that for 9 years. You jumped in just shortly thereafter.
Yeah, it was about, I jumped in, I started on the show in 2007. Right.
Okay.
February 2007, doing my Schwarzenegger stuff. But for the last almost 5 years, I was Geoff Peterson. Yeah.
Yep.
And you were there.
Yes.
Watching all
that.
But
I love the fact, and you know something, I apologize because I didn't want to slip into a standard interview, and we just saw that interview online.
Slip into something comfortable.
Yeah.
Slip into a nightie.
Oh God. But I love the fact that you did the Vegas thing. You did the Vegas, and Ferguson is difficult as he is at times. You were so resilient and almost bulletproof and ballsy where nobody else had the balls that you had, and I witnessed it.
Right.
Okay? Michael Naidus, okay? You fill in the blanks. But you stuck to your backbone. Yeah. You stuck to who you were and are. And it was a great way to, put a bow on a nice run.
That's how we got along. I think that was the respect. As soon as I sort of went directly to Craig, the first time I went directly to Craig, like to his office, with a question or a concern I had, when a lot of people were telling me don't do that, I just went ahead and did it. And I knocked on his door, and he said, "Come on in, man.
Yeah,
just come on in." You know. And I think from then on, there was a mutual respect established very quickly between the two of us. It was like, oh, this guy, you know, he knew that I was there to play, not to fuck around. I was there to actually do the job.
But very minimal socializing.
Yeah, none. Yeah, almost none. Only when we go on tour, yes. But yeah, on the show, no.
It's the same thing with Shadow Stevens, who was a guest.
Shadow Stevens.
Shadow Stevens.
That's my new thing. When Shadow has a conversation with you, he always ends the conversation with a promo. So he'll be like, well, that's a really great shirt you've got there. And listen, I got to go. This conversation was brought to you by Lucky Duck. You're like, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? Like after dinner, you know, with his family, he gets up and, this meal was brought to you by Anison. Not again, Dad. You know?
Anison.
No.
Anison, right. I'm 85 years old.
RC Cola.
I've got Bayer, by the way, in my medicine cabinet.
Yeah, right.
I've got Bayer.
Right.
I'm 39. I got to take my Bayer for my heart.
But you got a gig, right?
I do have a gig.
Can we talk about that real quick?
Yeah.
Bust it down.
Which gig?
The one with the Ferguson.
Oh, the stand-up gig.
Yeah.
Well, I've been doing stand-up with Ferguson for several years now.
Right.
But now we're doing the Hot and Grumpy tour. That's what the tour is called. Walking the Earth. He always joked about toward the end that he just wanted to, what are you going to do after the show, Craig? I'm just going to walk the earth with my horse and my robot skeleton. So, excuse me, the horse is coming. That, by the way, folks, that was Lucky Duck that I was burping up there.
Lucky burp.
This shit that I just took was brought to you by Bayer. Keeping your ticker working while you're pumping one out. Listen, no, I'm going to go on tour with Craig February and March.
And the horse is going?
The horse will be there. Joseph and Ryan. Joseph Bolter and Ryan McGowan, ready for this, are now managing Craig's tour. They've been given
two great guys that can do that.
They're on it, man. I just toured with them the last tour we did. We did a little 9-day run. The greatest fun in the world on a bus with those two guys and Craig just farting our brains out.
This guy Joseph, right? I know Ryan. Okay, but Joseph Bolter.
Yeah.
Dude, he's the one that set up the GoDaddy thing. That's
right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Joseph, funny guy.
Heart of gold.
Yeah.
All right. And I am so psyched he tied it. This is the first I'm hearing about. He's
funny guy. Hilarious guy. He and Ryan are so good at improv. I would go see them at Improv IO West. They do a lot of shows there, and Joseph's an extremely accomplished improv guy and a great beard. Huge penis. Huge penis. What's
He's
that?
got a big cock. He's hung like a horse.
Huge penis.
Oh, no, that's Ryan.
That's well, they're both.
Hey, listen, Adler and I were thinking, like, man, God, what do we get a guy that's got everything for going on a road? And we got you a road gift.
Is that right?
Yeah,
so
we did.
Here's a little gift.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
This is a road gift.
It's to go on a road
for when I go on the road.
Yeah.
Because in 2 months I'll be gone for 2 months.
Right. Yeah. But you know something? We're all about dental hygiene, and we're giving you
What is this?
Push the button.
Singing toothbrush.
Yeah.
That's Lady Gaga. Yeah.
Yeah. Who has a Lady Gaga toothbrush? So you know something?
Well, you know who's got it now.
Can he do the voice? Can you hear that? Listen to that and then do it.
Can you? I'm gonna do my Kenny Loggins guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Lady Gaga right there here on K-Log, K-L-O-G, Kenny Loggins, all day, all night. Take a little break from the Kenny. We just played Pooh Corner in its entirety, and I really don't like that album, but they made us play it. Now we're going to play this toothbrush for the next 5 hours. Right here on K-Log. While you brush your teeth, here's Shadow with a commercial. This spot was brought to you by Anison. That's enough with the Anison.
How do you...
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Lucy.
Does it turn? Does it? I don't think it turns.
So I'm not even
Now
kidding.
you're bringing cookies?
Yeah, but listen, we got to turn
Hold
that
on.
thing up. Put that thing outside.
You got to push a button.
No. So wait a minute. You got
It's like elevator music.
daytime songs and nighttime songs.
Well, you got to brush in the morning. You got to brush at night. There you
I
go.
got it.
There
I
we
got
go.
it. Oh my God! Thank you so much. What a lovely
You're
gift.
welcome.
You got it.
I said to my friend the other day, you know what? I really need a Lady Gaga toothbrush. And he said, well, what do you mean by that? I said, no, I need one that plays songs, but for different times of the day.
That's right.
If I'm brushing my teeth during the day.
AM, PM.
AM, PM, oh yeah.
The first model only had daytime.
Is that right?
Yeah,
You can't.
So I tell my son, you know, who watched, first of all, watched Ferguson. And you just saw him a couple minutes ago.
I did, yeah. He was in a nice little snuggly blanket,
Right,
watching some show. Mm-hmm. He just looked so nonplussed.
Right. Check this out.
Please get out of my living room.
He goes.
That's what he said.
He goes. Josh Robert's coming over. Geoff Peterson. I'm like, yeah. I go, yeah. So I got him this toothbrush to go on the road, and he goes, do you think I could bake him some cookies?
What, is that right?
I swear to God, you're gonna ask him.
That's adorable.
So
Yeah.
my son.
So we got you these Lady Gaga.
So I don't know if you.
So do I eat the cookies
Oh, wait, hold
and then
on,
brush
Chuck.
my teeth?
There you go. Hang on. There you go.
These are from Jack O'Rourke.
That's beautiful.
And these are for you
thank
to
you,
eat right
man.
now.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Now, there's nothing in these, right? This isn't like a cute little story you tell.
They're not the
and
good kind.
Josh Robert Thompson was found dead in a garage. Not really sure what he did. Let's go to sports.
Hey, the garage
That's
of death.
pretty much
He woke up in Cosby's house moist.
Why don't you have a drink of this? Go ahead and give you a toothbrush that'll make you smile.
Eat the Jello.
Go ahead and have these cookies. Go ahead and have the cookies.
I don't want these cookies.
You have the cookies and I'll make your career happen for you, Bob.
You wake up with your panties on inside
Mr. Cosby, you know, I'm no longer the robot and I need work.
Well, have a plate of cookies.
You sure? If you
Eat the cookies, you'll be a superstar, Bob.
why is your penis going? Anyway.
That litigious bit was brought to you by Bisquick.
Oh, this is good. These are good.
No, he's got game. He's got game.
Damn.
Yeah, you know what he does? He watches the cooking channel and then he goes. He watches all the competitive cooking shows.
Is he? How old is he?
He's just turned 14.
Oh man, so he's gonna be. He's
Yeah,
a
I mean,
lady killer.
Fuck college. You know what I mean?
This is
Go right there.
Watching cooking
Sell
shows.
cookies.
Yeah, dude.
What, Jack's cookies? Is
Yeah,
that the-
but you know something? He made this big one. I'm like, come on, give it to Josh. Give it to Josh. He's like, that's mine.
You're taking the big one.
No, he said, that's mine. Meaning that's his cookie.
Oh, to hell with him.
Fuck him.
That's my cookie. See, this is how it happens.
Yeah, the cookie. Wow.
Yeah.
Cosby's cookies. That's the brand.
Wake up naked.
You only need one.
Wake up naked and moist.
Cosby's Cookies. It only takes one.
Where's my panties?
Zippity doo. I'm gonna get a call tomorrow from Bill. You know, I was gonna put you on the show.
Yeah, because Bill watches.
He'll be a
this
guest. He watches this.
Yeah,
He'll
he
be a
watches
guest
the show
when
religiously.
That's right. I used to love the show, but then blah, blah, blah. He's gonna be on the panel when I do the Drew Carey show.
No, shut up. Can you please remember to keep cutting? You're not only the executive producer, but you are the.
You really have to tell me that right now in the middle of the show?
I know, but there's some really good stuff.
This edit brought to you by Anderson.
Anderson. We just cut a bunch of shit out.
What's going on with the Josh Robert Thompson Show? Because I followed you.
The Josh Robert Thompson Show is done. It's the pilot for my show. I shot it in August, and we have the pitch reel done, and then a teaser that will debut this week. I am so excited about this show.
How much time in the edit bay did you just spend?
I have a great team of guys that have been working on this. One guy, Kamel Alloway, who was the director and co-producer of this series with me, an extremely gifted director, filmmaker, and editor. And we just—it's like you know, man. It's like we just our brains are connected because he knows what I'm going for. So he'll send me a rough cut. He knows before I even open my mouth what I'm going to want cut out of that. So I'm going into a couple of places interested in looking at it. A couple of networks.
Can you break it down? Can you
That's
break
so
it down?
exciting. Is it like a variety show?
It's a huge comedy variety show. I can't really say the plot of it. I don't want to give too much away. But if you took Mystery Science Theater,
love it already,
and the Carol Burnett Show,
shut up,
and the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, and you took all three of those things, that's the show. That's all I can tell you. But I play a guy that's like Mr. Rogers if Mr. Rogers were Don Draper. And I host the most fucked up kid show in the world.
If the Golden Girls ate pork chops.
Thank you.
That's the show.
That's the show.
That's what we're talking about.
That's the show.
If they were lesbians,
You got it?
and
That's the pitch.
Wow.
So and
Is
I
it- what's it-
and
what's it-
I
time
play
out,
and
time
I
out.
play
Were you
all.
teasing
But
it was
you're
a
doing
kid's
all
show?
kinds of characters.
No, it's a warped. It's like a warped kids show. It's not for kids.
It's like an adult Pee-wee's Playhouse.
That's right.
I got you.
But I play most of the characters in the neighborhood. Like if there were a neighborhood of make-believe, I play all of the friends of this guy. So I play most of the characters. And then I have an amazing cast of improv performers, puppets, stop-motion animation, got marionettes. It's all green screen and models.
Could it go Adult Swim kind of a thing?
It could, but yes, absolutely. But I'm leaning toward IFC
Right.
and even HBO.
Always on, slightly off.
Yeah.
So
like
you
Portlandia.
can. So you want to say you want to have the freedom to get a little nasty? I mean, HBO, you don't have to have those.
Yeah. It's definitely not a network.
There's-
It's not a broadcast network TV show.
Let me ask a question: for if you're going out with a show like that, are there more or less places to sell it these days?
More. I don't know if we talked about this before, but two of my favorite shows on television in the later years were the Ben Stiller show and the Dana Carvey show, which was, for its time, extremely ballsy. The shit they were doing on network TV was like, wow. I couldn't even
Why
believe
did
they
it
were
have
getting away.
such a short run? Was it 2 seasons?
I think it was 2, maybe, if that.
You think he gave up, or did they?
They didn't have a home. There were not as many places to find a home for a show like that. Now you've got IFC, Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Then you've got your
Hulu,
Netflixes and all that.
Amazon,
business.
Netflix,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep.
So we're definitely going to try that route because I put all my fucking money into this thing. So I don't want to put it on YouTube and go, here you go, guys. Here's some more free shit.
So you believe in it. I love it that you got skin in the game on your own project, which means that you totally believe in it. And when you pitch it, and you're like, listen, this is my baby.
Blood,
okay?
sweat, and tears. The
And
whole
then
thing.
how much of it are you going to show?
What do you mean?
Are you just a couple teasers or like a?
Yeah, the teaser will be online just for the fans because I've been talking about it for a while. So that's like the new Star Wars teaser. The new episode 7 teaser, which is blue. It's like that. It's about 80 seconds long.
Right.
Doesn't really tell you what the show is, but you're going to see a lot of crazy shit. And we shot these on the red cam, 2 red cams, so it looks like a professional. It looks like a movie. And then the sizzle reel, the pitch reel, is about 3 minutes, but that's only for when I'm in the room with different networks.
Right.
So it's a great. I'm so excited, man. It's the show I wanted to make a year ago, but we just didn't do it.
Leaving Ferguson, not leaving Ferguson, ending.
Yeah.
Is that going to be? Does that energize you, or are you like? But don't answer that. Don't answer that yet. Because you know something, we're going to take a quick little break because the executive producer of Love and the Garage of Love at 1 Degree of Chunky B at chunkyb.tv.
That's right. And go hit our Amazon button and the donate button. Just because Travis isn't here doesn't mean we can't feed him.
Right. You know what cracks me up?
Actually, it does mean that.
I don't know who you... I know a lot of it. Can I talk to my peeps?
Hang on. I'm still on my shot. Okay.
Yeah.
Now
check it out. I don't know what you're doing, but I want to say thank you for making 1 Degree of Chunky B. It keeps growing and growing, and I don't know what the fuck is going on when we have great guests like Josh. It just helps. Somebody's out there spreading the word, and whoever you are, come in the garage. You're a guest, but someone's spreading the word of 1 Degree of Chunky B because this podcast is actually getting more and more hits each and every week. How many hits? How many shows have we done?
I think this is 47.
And what I love most is when you're sitting there doing a podcast. Oh, hey, dude, would you come back? Josh Robert Thompson.
Yeah, we're lucky.
Guess what? That motherfucker came back, and he's coming back right after this break. Chunky B, we are almost. No, shit. It's a break. Hey, you guys, Chunky B. 1 Degree of Chunky B in the Garage of Love. And you know if you want to get your quack on, you go to Venice Duck. And I'm not even kidding. This is a good beer. Tell your friends. Don't be afraid to get your quack on. Dude, this is actually really good beer.
It's fucking great beer.
You're so lucky.
Oh shit, I'm still recording.
Hey you guys, music provided by Play Up Music. That's playupmusic.com.
Hey everybody, it's Josh Robert Thompson. I was the voice of Geoff Peterson, gay robot skeleton sidekick on The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson. And now I'm unemployed and hanging out in the Garage of Love, right here on 1 Degree of Chunky B.
You know, I know, let's talk business real quick.
Yeah.
You guys, 1 Degree of Chunky B on chunkyb.tv. Just tune in and check this out. I want to say thank you to John Henry and Christian Warren. You know something? I want to say something about our super fans. I want to say something about Karen McCoy.
Yeah.
Okay. And Bart.
The Bear.
The Bear. Don the Bear.
Bart the Bear.
No, he goes by Don when he's not on the
Oh, is that
internet.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then there's Mary Kay, who's super in love with Dukes.
All the folks that come down the Scarlet Lady.
Right. And
Do they all go down to the Scarlet?
Oh my God.
To the comedy night.
Yeah. It's full up.
Okay.
Yeah, man, we throw down once a month a really, really good comedy.
Okay.
We've got like 8 to 10 great comics. And you're going to be there. We don't have room for you February 7th.
Is it February 7th?
I'll be on the road.
Yeah.
I'll be on the road.
And so am I. I'll be in Palm Springs.
When I'm back in April, maybe.
Yeah. I'm going to give it to Brian. Yeah. Moreno is going to be doing it. He doesn't even know he's going to be doing it on
That's
his
what
own.
Chunky does, by the way. He'll tweet you out. He'll put, hey, there's a big show at the Scarlet Lady and Josh Robert Thompson. And I was like, Bob Oshak, did you know you were going to do the show? I had no idea we were. But that's what you do. You're very helpful. You're bringing everybody together in comedy.
Whether they like it or not.
Whether you like it or not, you're doing the show. Oh, Chunky B.
I'm being held hostage by Chunky B in the comic world.
Oh, joke.
Executive producer of Love.
Yes, Chunky.
What is there anything else I'm skipping?
Yeah, I just want to say, if you're going to buy Christmas gifts or return them even, right? If you're late on the Christmas shopping or you're going to return a crappy gift, go to our site, click on the Amazon button, and go through us. We get a little piece of that. It doesn't cost you a dime, and it helps out the show. So thank you.
I love the fact that people are actually dialing in. And because they are dialing in, it's because we have super cool people like Josh Robert Thomas.
Yeah,
Thomas. Man,
I was joking.
you sound like the guard at CBS.
No, the reason I said it,
Mr. Thomas.
You know,
Time
I know,
out.
you know.
Because your phone message.
Oh, Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman said that.
You have reached the voicemail of
My
Josh
good
Robert
friend.
Thompson. Anyway,
Yeah.
Get
get back
busy
to my
leaving
cups.
your message. Yeah, I'm drunk.
All right. So you got
That was the funniest thing you said. Like when I'm with my cups.
Oh, in my cups. In my cups.
Yeah, when I'm in my cups.
I love that
dude.
phrase.
It's a great
Johnny's
phrase.
in his cups right now. We'll be back in just a minute.
your podcast, bro. Break it down.
Podcast. Okay, so the podcast has had so many names over the years. I've been doing it for over 3 years now. First, it was the JRT podcast. Then it was the Poking Around podcast. Then it became Driving Myself Crazy. And now, ladies and gentlemen,
Drum roll.
because of branding and marketing, and you got to be smart, and I did a lot of research on this, the show is now called Joshin Around with Josh Robert Thompson. It's as perfect as it could possibly be. Why wasn't it
Joshin'
called that before?
Joshin' Around.
Joshin' Around. So that's the show.
That's terrific.
I'm very excited about it. You gotta, like your name is in the title of your show. That was a very smart thing that you did.
Ding, 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 ding.
There you go. See, superstar producer.
Yeah, that's
superstar.
That's why they pay me nothing.
And that's the
That's why
next
the show
point.
costs you money.
That's why I drink Lucky Duck.
That's why.
Lucky Duck. If you're making a podcast in your garage in the middle of nowhere, Lucky Duck.
I'm telling you, man, there's no money in it right away. There's no money in it for the first 10 years, but eventually something starts trickling down.
Because we're not giving up. Because
No.
when you start to get like we went to the podcast convention
Yeah.
and
Oh, I saw that. I saw that. Did you do something with Mark Maron? Were you in your cups? What was going on
my
there?
God. Chunky.
no
Everyone played that clip for me. Everybody at the Late
that
Late
was
Show.
the first one. That was the
Oh,
first
the first
year.
one.
That was the first
Oh
year.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
No, Chunky.
Did it happen again?
yeah.
It did happen again.
What'd you do?
It was funny though.
Oh, yeah?
No.
Yeah. He got
Can
up.
I tell you-
Let me tell this fucking
Okay.
story, dude.
Yeah,
Because
was-
he got up to the mic, and he said, "Oh, you've really inspired me. I don't know if you remember me from a year ago. I got a podcast. Blah blah blah." He's like, "I just have one question for you. He's like, can I get Aisha's number?"
Oh, man.
Aisha Tyler,
Yeah.
man.
Who will be a guest when I'm doing stand-up on the show. I'll be sitting next to her on the couch.
Okay, guess what? You getting me? No, I can't show myself. No, wait a second. Natives is not there anymore. I can come around.
Yeah, you're right. You can.
Yeah.
Walks right in there like you used to, like you own the place, dude.
Yeah.
Park in your spot.
Okay, everybody, here we go. Yeah, you're gonna do a warm-up? Maybe do a little warm-up.
Oh my
Tell
God.
Bob to sit it out.
No, I would do it. I would
Just
do
barrel
that.
in there. Just don't even
Yeah,
announce it.
give him a headlock.
Yeah,
Put him
yeah.
in a sleeper.
Yeah. No, I'd love to
Two
see
warm-up guys enter. One warm-up guy
That's
leaves.
great. That's a new show I'm pitching to
battle.
ABC.
It's the battle of the warm-up guys. Tonight on ABC, around the Bachelor.
Oh,
Oh.
man.
I don't know.
Can I be a guest?
Yes,
on
you
your
can be a
podcast?
guest. Yeah.
On your podcast?
Yeah, of course. See, I had to change the format because my very good friend, the supremely talented voice actor John Mariano, very funny guy, great improv guy. We did a bunch of shows together. We did 20 episodes together, but they were like Firesign Theater, Cheech and Chong. It was like radio theater.
Yeah.
It took so long to mix and produce.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
I was-
guys had all kinds of sound effects
sound
and all
effects
kinds
and
of
you know
shit.
it was great, but it took me 6-7 hours to put these things up for nothing. So the ends did not justify the means, and plus nobody now everyone's listening because the show is over. At least my participation in the show, and so now they're looking for what's next. And I think now they're like, we definitely want to hear. So I had to call I can't call it Poking Around podcast because that sounds like you're banging. Everybody thought I was banging around or a poke on Facebook. Like, but you got to really, you got to hold people's hands and go, this is what we're doing. This is how we do it. They don't know. So Joshin' Around is the way to
Yeah,
go.
it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's in the pocket.
It's on SoundCloud. It's at jrtvoices.com. Oh, you know you love it. Here's Kenny Loggins to get you home. Here's Danger Zone. Hit it.
Hey, I got a kind of a serious question.
All right,
Is
it's
that,
very
can I
serious.
ask it?
Very serious.
All right, cool. So I want to know this, and I want you to be honest about it.
Yeah.
You're, you've got recognized as a voice actor for the most part. At this point, are you finding it more of a hindrance, more of a typecast situation? Is that going to hurt you in the long run? Like, what's your real feeling about that? Like, don't you want to act without having that part of it? you know?
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing now. That's the next part of my career is getting back out in front of the camera. Because I used to do it a lot. I did a lot of theater, and I did a lot of my own shows and public access for 10 years, all that stuff. But part of me was kind of a little miffed at the end of the Late Late Show that like CBS didn't I felt didn't do enough to sort of connect my name with the robot. I know they were they were trying to have that mystique of like, oh, it's a real robot, but really, come on, like we all know it's not a real fucking robot.
Yeah.
It was a real skeleton, though, right?
It's a real skeleton, and it was a real horse, but it's not a real. I mean, that's true. No, but if anything, I felt like it was great that Craig had me out on the second to last show, which was extremely helpful. But I realized then, in that moment, thousands and thousands of people added me on Twitter and Facebook after that night, having no idea for the last 5 years who this guy was, which just shows you that people really don't. We do this. Us here in the studio do this, and I'm sure a lot of people out there listening or watching do this. But not as many people as you think Google stuff. They just don't.
Like, I wonder who.
They don't. It's not a thing. Like, you know, like people go and comment on message boards on IMDb, or they go to a Facebook page of the Late Late Show. Last night's show was stupid. You know, I don't do that. There's so many more people that don't do that. They just watch the show and then go to bed. Yeah. But there's that small group of people that are like, I want to let you know how you should do your job, you know, but we needed to hear from the other people, and they're just not inclined to go. So what happened is all those people, knowing the show was over, suddenly were like, well, I got to let them know. And that's where all this outpouring of love came from. And so in that sense, I was very happy that they revealed, but I wish they'd revealed me
way
earlier because I, you know, could have had some more deals.
I don't know if you and I don't know if you and I talked about this when they, and you saw it on television, the day in the life of a CBS person.
Yeah.
And they featured me as a warm-up guy. And they shot it, and the cameras were following me, and they sent it to Natus and Ferguson. Edit Chunky out more. Then sent it back, and they still said they asked 3 times for me to get less and less. Ferguson, who I had, you know, it's not going to be a kiss-up fest, but he's sitting there telling everybody like, "Oh God, I want a band." He really didn't want a band.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be out blasted.
Well, he didn't want to do anything conventional at all, which I certainly apprecited. So maybe that whole idea of like, we never were hand in hand with the network. I mean, there wasn't a lot of like, it was like it would be like a 2-minute promo for Letterman. Letterman's all new with Henry Winkler and a 3-hour conversation with Michael Keaton plus stupid Petrix.
Right.
Craig Ferguson after that, and then coming up, and then that was it. What? Now you're local news. We've got no promos, but Craig wanted to do the antithesis of the late night talk show. Everything was anti.
He was protective of his territory.
Sure, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it. I mean, listen, I was even, you know, look, for that guy.
Would that have really hurt though, Chunky, to have you shine a little bit? You know what I mean? Of 9 years.
I agree. I don't know. I honestly don't know who makes those. I feel like CBS. You know, you could put some coal up there. You give me another beer?
I'll tell you what's really going on.
But that's the one thing, the only thing about that job for me that was left me with a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth. It was like, but you know, for a comedian, for any performer to welcome another performer into their creative space.
Yep.
That's balls, man. I mean, Ferguson was like, yeah, let's throw this guy into the ring. He knew me a little bit, but not that well. And it could have gone south so bad, and it didn't. And so, you know what? I owe a lot to him for that. I do.
Adler, don't give me that look like I'm kissing our guest's ass, okay?
That's
I want you to know, the gentleman to my right, each and every day blew me away.
I blew him each and every day.
You blew me right underneath the bleachers. But I just...
That's different than kissing ass, by the way. Slightly
for you
different.
folks that don't Google it, for those of you that don't Google that stuff.
And I'm going to be totally honest with you. You are so fucking quick and so smooth, and it's almost like you anticipate what he's going to say or whatever, and then you've got such a great fucking response. Even when you don't have a response, your non-responses are a great response.
Yeah. Well, I had the luxury of hiding behind that robot. I mean, that's true.
But you also had to do. Wait a second. I don't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
You also had to think about what to say, and then when you didn't want to say anything, you had to turn the robot's head. And what bugged me about Josh the whole fucking time, chewing gum like it was a fucking picnic. You always chew gum. I'm like, how the fuck does a guy do all these voiceovers chewing on a piece of fucking Trident?
That's right. Got to keep it fresh, man.
Act like you've been there, man.
You got to keep it fresh,
Act
man.
like you've been there.
You know what I'm saying? People come up to you, hey, Josh, we want you to. I don't want to, oh, Josh got a problem. Got halitosis, this guy. No, Josh has fresh breath, and he's good at improv. That's on my tombstone. That's what I want.
He died with fresh breath.
He died with fresh breath.
Yes, he did, because he used Clorettes. Oh, this conversation brought to you by Clorette.
Are you still on Howard Stern's radar?
I don't think so. In fact, I think the other day somebody said, hey, I heard you done Arnold last week. And I was like, really? That wasn't me. So I guess they got another Arnold guy. That's, it's a long time ago. That was 2010.
Yeah, that is a while ago.
I don't, I'm not, I don't know. I'm not, because they don't, to get back to your question though, that's part of the conundrum of being a voice actor is like, okay, I go on Howard Stern and it entertains a lot of people, but again, no one knows it's you doing that. So they just go, hey, that fake Arnold was great.
Because you know something, and this is not me trying to like hit on you, you're too good looking to be.
I've heard this in clubs.
Yeah.
Other comics will say, I don't think I am, but they'll say, fuck that guy. You go up there dressed up. You try to look more slovenly when you get up there. So that's why I'm growing this thing out. I want to look like really disheveled. Just like really.
They're gonna be giving you commercials if you grow that beard out.
That's the thing.
Yeah, you need to grow the beard out. Yeah.
And gain like 40 pounds and be like, oh,
have you ever done a stand-up without a voice?
Yeah. I'm starting to. I'm starting to.
Doing what? 10's a long time. 20 minutes?
20.
You can do 20 without doing a voice?
Yeah. Not all 20, no. My favorite character to do is my preacher character, and I will go to the Brea Improv. That's where I work out. 'Cause it's out, away from the industry. And I'll do 45 minutes as this preacher. I'll just go out into the audience and talk to people.
But that's not a. That's
I don't.
Not
No. I should wear a thing. A thing.
Jewish. I don't even know.
Hey,
What the
should you
fuck
wear a
that
thing?
is called.
Hey, you wear a thing on your thing?
You got a
little
thing?
collar?
But no, I'm saying if you're making up a voice, that's a whole different thing. But
yeah,
you're not going up there busting out, which would be totally acceptable to do Morgan or everything else that you've done.
I'm very uncomfortable. I don't want to ever go on stage and be like, so what's the deal with? I'm not that kind of. I'm not.
Right.
I have to be someone else because I'm very uncomfortable being myself. I think that's a common thread for comics. A lot of comics take on a persona, even when it's themselves. They're still being someone else.
Definitely, a version of themselves.
You have to do that.
Yeah.
Because the real you can't stand.
Or you would be petrified.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because ultimately, I think I'm not funny and not interesting unless I'm being funny. Then people are like, well, that guy's cool. That's how you become a comedian.
Right. No, let me ask.
Just got deep here on me.
I know, and I'm not afraid to go deep, man.
I know it well from behind the bleachers. Google that, folks.
You used to blow them every day, remember?
Right.
That's different from eating the ass. Google it.
Is that what we were talking
We were
about?
just making sure.
Holy shit.
Oh.
You want to be a movie star?
No, I don't want to be a movie star, but I do want to do movies. And I have a movie coming out. It's somewhere out there in the ether. Nowhere Girl, my romantic comedy, is making the rounds.
What are you talking about? You're sitting
we
here
saw
for the last...
We saw it all over his website today.
Yeah, man, where you been?
I just...
You were in my office.
I know.
We looked at his website.
We were doing like a pre-production meeting, which we never do.
Got shit going on. I need a publicist, number one, so I'm working on that because, my God. Number two, I shot this movie a couple of years ago, and you know how it is. It
Are you
takes
a lead
long
in
time.
it?
I am the romantic lead in
Wow,
this
check
film.
that out.
And I was not allowed to be funny. That was the rule I set for myself and the director set for me. And I said, I will take that challenge.
Did you impersonate a lead, or did you just be the
No,
lead?
I was me.
Wow.
And
there
it
you go.
actually, I had to play a guy who had just gotten dumped and was extremely depressed. And I was going through that exact same thing when we made the film, and it was perfect. Yeah.
How? Come on. Pitch it again.
Yeah, Nowhere Girl, written and directed by Jed Rigney, is making the rounds at all of these film
Sundance,
festivals.
everything.
So, I don't know. Yeah, it's Sundance. Oh, God, it's all the big ones. Tribeca. I just got back from New York. I was talking to Bobby.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good movie. It's not bad.
We were in Cannes.
I don't like all that gay shit.
Bobby, what are you talking about? Your dad was... Oh, never mind. Anyway, the whole point is...
I'm gonna cry about it.
I don't want to see Bobby cry. I don't like that's uncomfortable. You ever seen Bobby cry on the talk shows?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Dude, you don't know about it. I am the biggest crybaby known to mankind.
Oh my
You're
God.
very emotional. What's your
worst.
sign, man?
I'm a Gemini, bro.
You're a Gemini, okay.
Yeah.
When
Are
is
you a
that?
sign guy? Are you?
I think there's something to it. I'm a Pisces, so I spend a lot of time in the corners of rooms crying a lot.
How are you at parties? Like, let's say that you go to a party and you know
I
2
am
people out of 100.
Number one, 9 times out of 10, I am not at a party.
Really?
If someone says, hey, if anyone starts a sentence with, hey, man, a big group of us is going, I'm already out. I'm tapped out. A big group?
Right.
To people, I find out a big group to me is like 5 people. I'm like, whoa. Now it's like 25 people. Hey, a big group of us is going. I'm not going to I can't do it. I'll go to a party if I see you at a party.
Yeah.
If I see either one of you at a party. If I see someone I know, thank God.
Right.
I will be with you all night.
Right. But what if someone says, hey, listen, Cameron Diaz is having something.
Right.
Does that mean something to you? Do you go?
It has to be something very special. I went to a benefit for honoring Robert Downey Sr., the films of Robert Downey Sr.,
Yeah.
who's a great filmmaker.
He did the first Iron Man, right?
Yes. The very first Iron Man. Commander Cody back in the... He was the very first Iron Man. The old RKO pictures. Yeah. No, he was a director. He directed a lot of films in the 60s. I sound like Dr. Oz there. You know Dr. Oz when he talks really fast?
Yeah.
Here's what you want to do. You got corns on your feet. What you want to do is you want to take 2 watermelons and you want to make them look like shoes.
And then you want to squeeze the pimple properly.
Squeeze the pimple properly. What you want to do is you have anal polyps. What you do is you take a handful of pine nuts and a raw, uncooked rutabaga, shove them as far up your ass as possible as you can. You won't be able to shit for the next 2 weeks, but just start going. I'm Dr. Oz. You can tell I'm a doctor because I'm wearing fucking scrubs. We'll be right back after this. What was that? What did you just say? What you want to do is you go to the groceries, you get yourself watermelons, you want to cut holes in the watermelons and wear them like shoes on your feet. You look like a fucking asshole, but the corns will start to go away. We'll be right back after this. I'm Dr. Oz. You can tell I'm a doctor because I'm wearing fucking scrubs. What?
After this, we'll teach you how to fix your own clubfoot. You remember?
If you got clubfoot, what you want to do is you want to take ginger root, rub it behind your ears. Some people say they can levitate. I don't know if it's true, but we're going to find out. Let's take a call. Go ahead. Sorry, I had no call.
Holy shit.
There was no call.
How?
He's from Cleveland.
How does it happen, bro? How?
I can't explain it, but I know I love it.
Were you raised by a pack of wolves?
Yes.
No. You were raised by the MILF.
Oh
I
man,
brought
how
that back.
dare you,
I
Mom?
brought
I'm
that
so
back.
sorry. I was listening to your friend's podcast,
Yeah.
and oh my God,
Said you were raised by a pack of
what
milfs.
is his number?
Raised by-
Mom,
That's a. What's your mom's name?
Karen.
Karen. Listen to me. Okay, listen. I'm
She's
totally
not
married.
watching, dude.
Okay, she's not one.
She's
but
married. She's married.
Oh, she's married.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're already friends on Facebook.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
That's
no,
so
we're-
creepy.
she's definitely
all
watching.
these people want to talk to me. Mom, no.
When that all went down, how happy was she?
She was beaming. I was so ecstatic that I first of all I made sure to call my mom out
That was smart.
because you have to.
Yep.
And when they got the shot of her and she stood up, it was awesome. And no, you know what? Look, she's my mom. She's seen me make a replica of Johnny's Tonight Show set out of refrigerator boxes in my basement in Cleveland. She saw me dress up as Johnny with a bald skull cap and shaving cream for the hair. I would take Barbasol and make it like Johnny's hair.
Is there footage of that?
There is. I have all on videotape. And interviewing my little cousins. Oh, we've got a great guest here. This is Bobby, and he's like 6 years old. How you doing? Oh, that's great. That's great. Let's tell a joke. I mean, this has been my dream. The 2 people I admired the most were Johnny Carson and Jim Henson. And so it would figure that I would end up puppeteering a sidekick on a late-night talk show produced by Peter LaSalle.
Wow.
I mean, that's...
You know something? Once again, goosebumps.
Yeah.
Goosebumps.
Here's the other... Here, give you more goosebumps.
Go.
Drew Carey bumps into me at the Wood Ranch.
Hey, Josh, how's it going?
No,
In
Drew
his cups?
Carey's an amazing guy. He had just finished the season of Price is Right. Went to do a taping of At Midnight. Came back from At Midnight just to do the little rap party with his people. That's the kind of guy Drew Carey is. An amazing guy. He sees me hanging out with my buddy, and he says, hey, man, I'm doing the guest host shows. Love to have you on, because we're both from Cleveland. The first time I saw Drew on The Tonight Show when he did his first stand-up, it made me think, you know what? There's a guy from Parma, Ohio, just like me. I could do that. And now I'm doing my first stand-up TV appearance on his guest host show.
Pow!
So it's pretty beautiful, man. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen,
Bless it.
That amazing emotional moment was brought to you by Lucky Duck. Oh, agave blonde ale. What? How do they do it? How do they do it? It's a crime.
It's crazy.
Here's Kenny right here. K-Log. Coming up, it's an hour of Kenny. We call it the Log Jam right here on K-Log. K-Log.
You know, oh my God, Josh. Listen to me.
I'm listening to you.
Okay. We actually had a game plan.
No, we didn't.
You don't need one.
It's the first time I ever didn't have notes.
We never wrote anything down.
Yeah.
You were
Good.
coming into the Garage of Love, and we wanted to actually talk to you when, first time that you got touched by a priest and all that stuff.
Well, that's a whole hour. That's like a 2-hour special. A very special 1 degree of Chunky B.
And then he said, you know, if you want to be absolved of your sins. And that man's name was Bill Cosby.
Coming up next on 1 degree of Chunky B.
Go ahead and drink the wine. I swear to God, it's the blood of Jesus.
Look, man, that's the way I prefer it. I'm going to do this guest spot on the Late Late Show, and of course, you know,
and that's in February.
Yeah, no, it's next week, but it will air. It'll air in March.
Okay.
Plug away right now because we're going to wrap this up.
Yeah, it'll be airing the first week in March, sometime. I don't know when it is.
March 6th, maybe.
Can we maybe get him out to the Scarlet Lady to headline?
Yeah, could you do me? Yes. Oh well, yeah, you better do it quick because when do you do that show?
No. We're not going to catch him until another
when
2
he gets
months.
Back.
3 months.
When I get back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when you get back.
April.
You've got your toothbrush. You've got one more cookie.
We got a cookie and a toothbrush.
Yes.
I got some beer.
I want to say thank you for smoking the fake cigarette.
This is my fake cigarette that I use when I'm the Apostle BG, my preacher character. And I believe when you smoke on these embers, you feel that? That's Christ. That's the smoke of Christ. That's the Spirit getting in your lungs, man. Ooh, getting in there. Ooh, and you can feel Christ. I'm a conduit, man. That's why I want to come on your show as this character for a full hour, man.
You promise?
I'm telling you right now, man, because I'm talking about the new King James, twice as new. It's got puzzles and pictures and shit. And it's brand new. And a new ending. Fill in your own ending. Everybody lives. Who knows? You remember Noah's Ark, the story of Noah's Ark.
Dude.
God flooded the earth and killed everybody. God is good, except for that one time he flooded the earth to kill everybody. Sometimes you have a bad batch of cookies. What do? You throw them away. You start over again. That's what God did that day. Holy Ghost power, Donnie Most power. Amen. Go ahead.
Hallelujah.
Go ahead, man.
I will follow you.
Touch it, man. I'll do a little laying on hands on your ass.
Donnie Most power.
Donnie Most power.
I'm tapping out.
That's a good one.
This is
Tap
Chunky
out,
B.
man.
This is ChunkyB.tv. 1 degree of Chunky B. Josh Robert Thompson.
Oh, yeah.
The Garage of Love with the executive producer
even know your
Gary
name.
Adler. All right, you guys.
We, Dr. Rod.
This is Chunky B
Zip,
tapping
zip,
out.
zip, zip.
We are DONE.
Zip.
You're a fucking madman.
Yeah.